Welcome back. Today's video is an update for the Roulette Pan Collab Project Pan. I am very excited for this as it was my first time joining in on this project. It has been around for several years. There's always so many people doing it. This was created by Rebecca and Alexandra. I will link them in the description box, and they did create a playlist. So I'll link the playlist so you could catch up on everybody's videos if you do want to see that. I also do have my own Project Pan playlist, and I'm doing a Pan That palette. I will link those in the description box as well. For this update, I don't have any empties, but one thing, I was just counting usage. I got to my goal on that, so I'll be sharing that, and that means I will be rolling in one new item, and let's get started. There are 100 different categories of items, and we picked these randomly with a random number generator. And this product, okay, this was number 60 Perfume. And this is a mini of the Salvatore Ferragamo Signorino in Fiore. And I didn't mark it because I don't like to mark perfume bottles, but this is a tiny little mini sample. I think I was about to here, and now I'm almost halfway actually. I mentioned in the intro, I love this scent. It is a very sweet and floral, but it's not very long lasting, so I would not purchase it in the full size. And also I don't love these, little dabbers. I would buy the full size of this if it was more long lasting though, because it's a really nice sweet and floral scent, which are my favorite. But yes, making progress, but yeah, halfway. We'll see if I can get this done anytime soon. Next up was category number 1. And what was this? A category I'm best at panning. And I said lip gloss. I have finished a lot of lip gloss this year because I've just been reapplying it all the time. And so I went with this. This is ColourPop Moonchild Gloss. This used to be my favorite gloss of all time. And I have finished one of these in the past. I'm making progress on it. You can see there's a little bit of air there, but I don't know. It's really hard to know with lip gloss how much is left until all of a sudden you're kind of scraping the sides. But as I mentioned, I have finished one of these before and I do like it, but it's just not my favorite gloss formula anymore. I do like the ColourPop Luxe glosses better than these. And I also love the NYX Butter glosses better than these and the Pat McGrath. So I don't think I want to be buying any more of these ColourPop glosses in this old school packaging. These are kind of the first ones that they released, but I do like Moonchild. It's a really pretty nude gloss. And yeah, also I don't like the brush tip. I always mention that with these. But yeah, hopefully I could get this done somewhat soon because these don't usually take that long to finish. The next item was number 46, something that you own 2 of or backups or dupes. And I went with this brow pencil because I own 2 brow pencils. And this is by AOA Studio. This was $1 from the Shop Miss A website. I do like it, but I prefer just using brow powder and brow gel. But I actually have been using this but just very lightly on days where I'm doing more of a quick makeup look, and the progress is not as much as I'd hoped, honestly. So yeah, intro, and here's where I am now. Not a ton of progress, honestly. In a month, I thought I was going to be further along than this because I've been using it pretty regularly, but I don't use it a lot. When I use this, I just do a very light brow look. And because, okay, here's the thing with brow pencils. I've noticed if I use them to do a very bold brow or I'm kind of using it a lot, it tends to pull my brow hairs out. And it's not just with this one, it's with every brow pencil I've ever used. And when I switched to mostly using brow powder, my brows grew in thicker than when I was using a pencil every day. So that's kind of why I stopped using pencils, just kind of something that I've noticed for myself and my brows. Yeah, they've looked better, honestly, since I stopped using pencils all the time. So I try to go with a really light hand because I don't want to rip out my brow hairs. And it has worked for that, but not a lot of progress, but progress is progress. The next 3 items are all eyeshadow palettes, and this is the one that I did get to 10 uses on. This was the category number 76, something you had never used before. And I went with this. This is the Ofra Signature Palette in Galaxy. And yes, I had never used this at the time of the intro. It was very new to me then. I'd only had it for like a day or two, and I have used this 10 times now. I gotta say, the matte purples are really, really nice. The shimmers are nice, but I don't know, the shimmers were not as pigmented as I expected them to be. I have another Ophir palette that is all shimmers, and I feel like the shimmers in there are creamier than this one. I don't know. I still need to use it more, but the matte purples are very nice, and I did use those in the outer corner. Yeah, I have used every color in this 5-pan palette. So yeah, I used this 10 times. I'm very happy about that. So at the end, I'll be picking a new product. Next up is the Soft Glam palette, and this was for number 49, a timeless classic product. Soft Glam, I do feel like fits into that category. This is a palette that's been around for several years, and I do hear people still talking about it, and I've been trying to hit pan on Dusty Rose, and I've got a dip going. I've been using it pretty regularly. I used this a lot in the outer corner, and it actually worked very well with that Ophir palette because the purples and this pinky shade, they work very, very well together. And I also use this quite a bit with the Deuce palette, which is in using my eyeshadow palettes project pan, which is just a usage style project. So I don't know, I still think it's going to take a while longer to hit pan on this, but yes, there definitely is a dip going in there, and I'm very happy about that. And the last category I had was number 70, something silver or gold, and they said it could be the packaging or the actual product. And I went with the actual product. I went with the Sultry palette, and I've been trying to hit pan on the silver shade Cyborg. And I have a really good dip going in there. I've been using this a ton. It is a beautiful silver, and what I've done on days where I want a more subtle makeup look and I felt like silver was maybe too intense, I would mix this with a champagne color in my Pan That palette, and that worked really well, and it was so pretty. So yeah, I've got a really good dip going. I'm hoping this is something I could hit pan on soon, because I'm kind of trying to look at the other pan sizes in this palette, kind of to measure the depth and see, and I think I'm getting close. So yeah, that would be awesome. I love this palette. I'm really happy that I am using it. It is beautiful, and I need to use the other shades more too. I did use Rose Quartz the other day, which I think is my favorite shade in this whole palette. And I am wearing this black eyeshadow today. It's a really good black eyeshadow. This is just a good palette all around, and I hope I can hit pan soon. Since I did get to 10 uses on that Ophir palette, I will be picking a new category, so I will go ahead and do that off camera. I'm gonna go on random.org, select a category 1 through 100, pick out the item, and I'll be back. Alrighty, I got number 98, which is a product that you don't hear anybody talking about. And I gotta say, that was a little bit difficult because I buy a lot of makeup that people on YouTube and Instagram that I follow recommend, so it's kind of difficult for me to find, but I did find something, and I found this. This is a deluxe size sample that I got free with an Ulta order a few weeks ago. This is the Tarte Found Sealer, and it's a foundation, and I remember when this came out, and people talked about it, you know, in those will I buy it type videos, but I haven't seen a single person actually purchase this. And I feel like, I mean, Tarte in general has pretty much fallen off the map. There's very few products from Tarte that I still use. I don't really buy from the brand very much. So yeah, I've never seen someone actually purchase this foundation themselves. You know, maybe they have, but not anybody that I watch anyway. And I haven't even used this yet. So I thought, you know what, let's try this out. It's a deluxe size sample. It's got, let's see how much is in here. 0.17 fluid ounces. That's actually not too bad for a deluxe size sample. I mean, that's almost the size of a full size concealer actually. Yeah, I thought this is good for that category, and I do want to use these deluxe size samples because in that Ulta order, I got 3 foundation samples, which is pretty cool. I do like that Ulta is pretty good with their samples. I got this one from Lancome and It Cosmetics, and I love that this has a pump. I like when deluxe size samples have good packaging, I gotta say. Pretty excited about this. Haven't tried it yet, so have no idea what this foundation is going to be like, but I'll try to finish this up. If I don't love it, I'll probably just end up mixing it in with other foundations, which is what I usually do with my foundations. And yeah, I'm excited. that is it for this update. Not the most exciting update, but I do think I'm making really good progress. I hope to have either an empty or have hit pan on one of those two Anastasia palettes by the next update. We'll see, hopefully, I don't know. I'm gonna be hopeful, I'm gonna keep going. But yeah, I mean, I've been using that lip gloss all the time. I've been using the brow pencil a lot, but it's not showing a lot of progress, but that is okay. That is it. As I said, the playlist of everybody doing this project will be in the description box. I know a lot of you guys are doing this project too. It is a whole lot of fun. And I'll also link my Project Pan playlist and my Pan That palette. That is it. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.